What is up, people? So I completely forgot to tell you guys my dream that I had about a month ago. Oh, FedEx. What the heck is FedEx doing here now? Over at the neighbors at 7. Look at that. 7 o'clock and FedEx is here. That's weird. Anyway, so it was a bit of a weird one, and somehow I still remember it because of how real it was. So basically, it started out at the fair, okay? Not this fair. It was the fair in my small town of Morris in New York. And there was a giant circus tent, like right in the middle of everything. Huge. And it was like supposed to be like where the petting zoo was, I guess. Except it was over farther, like where the eateries were. But it was supposed to be a petting zoo. And instead of a petting zoo, it was wildcats. So tigers, lions, and stuff. And I don't exactly remember everything, but somehow I got into a Black Panther cage. And I knew that all of the wildcats were completely tame and wouldn't hurt me, but I was still scared and was still trying to come out and trying to come out and trying to come out. Even though I knew that they weren't going to hurt me. So, yeah, I got out, and then the tamer, I guess the lion tamer or whoever, you know, the one that tames them all, came out. I have no idea what he looked like, but I knew that he was the tamer. And he was showing me how to challenge them so that they know that you're the head one. And so 3 lions come up. I'm not sure if the other 2 were male or female, but the one in the center had a giant mane, and he was bigger than any of the other ones. Lion. And he had a horn right in the center of his head. And it was like I don't know if it was an antelope horn. I don't remember what an antelope horn looks like. But it was kind of like a deer horn, but it was like more curves and more swirls, and it was like all around. Well, not swirls, but yeah, a lot more curves, and a lot more horns sticking out all over the place. And it was just the one horn in the center of his head, and he challenged him. And he kept, like, you know, pie facing him, where you like push him like this in the face, and he did that 3 times before the lion finally tried to attack him, and he's like, see, that's what happens. But then the lion kept after him, and then he just takes off running down the area of the fair, and the lion's chasing after him, and then I wake up. So it was a bit odd of a dream. And I did look up dream meanings. If I can remember, I'll add that at the end of this video, because that's also pretty interesting. So yeah. Okay, so I told you it was like a carnival tent, but at the fair, so I'm not really sure if this applies or not, but it says, to dream you are at the carnival represents falsehoods and deception. If you observe freakish sights, then it denotes a lack of harmony in your domestic life. Fair, to dream that you are at the fair suggests that you may be regressing into your childhood where times were simpler. You feel you can let your inhibitions go and forget about the culture mores, whatever that means. And also consider the various sideshows and arcades, as they could symbolize aspects of your personality. Alternatively, the dream may also represent a part upon the dream you are in a cage indicates that you are experiencing inhibitions and powerlessness in some areas of your life. You are feeling restricted, confined, and restrained in a current relationship or business deal. Somebody may be keeping a short leash on you where you are lacking the freedom to act independently. There was also escaping the cage, too. Where did I find that? I was in the cage with the panther. I know that part. It was like escape. Let's see, if I type in escape, we'll see what happens. I guess this, to dream that you escape from jail or some place of confinement signifies your need to escape from a restrictive situation or attitude. Alternatively, it suggests that you are refusing to face your problems, you are avoiding the situation instead of confronting them. That's true. To dream that you escape from injury from an animal or from any situation signifies your good health and prosperity. You will experience a favorable turn of events. Okay. To see a panther in your dream signifies lurking danger and enemies working to do you harm. It represents darkness, death, and rebirth. On a more positive note, panthers signify power, beauty, and or grace. Consider the feel for your dream to determine which meanings apply. It's definitely not darkness or death, because like I said, it was nice. It wasn't going to hurt me, but I was afraid it was going to. And then lion. To see a lion in your dream signifies strength, courage, aggression, and power. You will overcome some of your emotional difficulties. As king of the jungle, the lion also represents dignity, royalty, leadership, pride, and domination. You have much influence over others. You also need to exercise some restraint in your own personal and social life. Alternatively, a lion can represent your need for control over others. You have to be in charge. Now, I wasn't attacked by the lion, so I don't think that applies. But, so when it says, consider the feel for your dream to determine which meanings apply. And since the panther was good to me, and wasn't going to hurt me even though I was afraid it was going to, my guess is, and since this dream was like from either the beginning of this month or last month, my guess is the panther specifically had to do with my fear of death thing that happened in January, where I kept thinking I was going to die and stuff, especially of a heart attack. And my guess is that the panther could have represented darkness and death, and my fear of it, but because it was nice, that probably means that, like, death isn't actually coming for me, I just think it's going to. So, like, it's telling me, and since the other parts of the dream was, like, kind of agreeing with that, basically it's telling me, I'm not going to die. I don't need to be afraid of dying because it's not going to happen anytime soon. That's my guess of what the dream interpretation means. What do you think? If you have anything to add, or if you agree with me or disagree with me, leave it in the comments below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.